two movie legends, two ping-pong prodigies, one table. On one side, a man who clawed his way through 1950s New York, who treats every rally like a street fight. On the other, a soft-spoken guy who picked up the game in a hospital because someone told him to.
Never, ever take your eye off the ball.
One man lived for ping-pong, the other just played it for fun. So, who would win? Let's talk about Marty. Marty doesn't just play ping-pong, he hunts with it. He grows up around underground clubs and backroom matches. He learns to read opponents, to pressure them, to win before the first serve even leaves his hand. He rises all the way to the World Championships in London. He faces elite international competition. He builds his identity around being the best. For Marty, ping-pong isn't a hobby, it's survival. It's proof he matters. If this were just about hunger and obsession, Marty runs away with it, but it's not. Now Forrest. Forrest Gump doesn't discover ping-pong because of passion. He's wounded in a Vietnam hospital. Someone hands him a paddle and says, "Watch the ball." And he does. No advanced strategy, no ego, no desire to dominate. Just repetition, focus, simplicity. And that simplicity turns into something dangerous. He becomes one of the best players in the country. He travels to China in 1971 during ping-pong diplomacy. He plays against the Chinese national team, and he wins. Let that sit for a second. He wins. Not because he's trying to build a legacy, not because he wants revenge, not because he's proving critics wrong. He just keeps his eye on the ball. So who wins when these two sit down across from each other? Marty is a master of 1950s hard bat table tennis. Hard paddles, limited spin, slower pace. It's a thinking person's game, a chess match. And Marty mastered that chessboard. But by the late 60s, the sport transformed. Sponge rubber paddles create heavy topspin, faster loops, explosive counters. The ball jumps, dips, curves. Reaction time matters more. Athleticism matters more. Spin manipulation becomes everything. It's not an upgrade, it's a different sport. Marty trained his whole life in version 1.0. Forrest grows up in version 2.0. And here's the difference. Forrest doesn't carry legacy habits. He doesn't resist change. He doesn't have pride tied to a style. If the ball spins faster, he adjusts. If rallies get quicker, he adjusts. He's not adapting consciously, he just adapts. Marty reaching the World Championships is impressive, no debate. But Forrest beat the Chinese national team in 1971. At that time, China was redefining the sport. Their training systems were advanced. Their techniques were ahead of the world. They weren't just winning tournaments. They were setting the standard. Beating them wasn't symbolic. It was elite. If we measure by peak performance against the strongest possible opponents, Forrest's resume clears Marty's. That's uncomfortable to admit, because Marty feels like the more serious athlete. But results matter. This is where the match actually gets decided. Marty plays like a man with something to prove. Every point is personal. Every mistake is a threat to his identity. That edge gives him intensity. It also makes him vulnerable, because when you care that much, momentum hurts more. Now look across the table. Forrest doesn't tie his self-worth to the scoreboard. He doesn't try to intimidate. He doesn't calculate legacy. He serves, he returns, he resets. Imagine Marty trying his usual tactics, the stare, the slow pacing, the psychological squeeze. Forrest blinks and says, "You ready?" Not as a challenge, just as a question. You can't rattle someone who isn't trying to win a war. You can't exploit insecurity that isn't there. If Marty drops the first game, he tightens up. If Forrest drops the first game, he adjusts his grip and keeps playing. That difference compounds. By game 3, Marty is forcing shots. By game 4, Forrest is still steady. Same tempo, same focus. Flow beats fury. Marty Supreme is the more dramatic competitor, the more obsessed player, the more cinematic talent. But Forrest Gump is built for the modern game. He's proven against the highest level of competition, and psychologically, he's untouchable. In a best-of-7 match, Marty takes a game, maybe 2. But over time, the faster era, the stronger resume, and the unshakable mindset win out. Forrest Gump takes it. The most dangerous player in the room isn't the one who wants it the most. It's the one who adapted to a faster game, beat the best players on Earth, and is completely at peace with whatever happens next. Forrest Gump, national champion, ping-pong diplomat, inexplicable genius.
That's all I had to say about that.
Drop in the comments. Do you buy it? Could Marty's hard bat style have found a way through? Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.
Now, my mom always told me that miracles happen every day. Some people don't think so, but they do.